I'll read you a poem about the time when I was in the Civil War. You don't believe that, do you? It is true. I was in the Civil War, and I'm still in the Civil War. Because I have a brother who's a Civil War relic hunter with a mine detector, and he digs up the shells and all these lethal metals from the Civil War. And he's sort of the general of the army of the new Confederacy. And I'm the work troops, the private, and all that. And I'd carry the shovel and the pick. He's got the earphones, and to the private of the new Confederacy, he says, dig. So I'd fall to my knees as though in prayer. I'd start digging, and I'd bring up a hubcap. But it's a very weird, and it's a sort of a fruitful occupation in a way. It's strange, and because one enters into the past through its munitions. And this is an account of one such expedition, and I thought the place name was so beautiful, Nimblewill. Nimblewill Creek. Nothing major happened there except this poem. As he moves the mine detector a few inches over the ground, making it vitally float among the ferns and weeds, I come into this war slowly with my one brother, watching his face grow deep between the earphones, for I can tell if we enter the buried battle of Nimblewill only by his expression. Softly he wanders, parting the grass with a dreaming hand. No dead cry yet takes root in his clapped ears, or can be seen in his smile, but underfoot I feel the dead regroup, the burst metals all in place, the battle lines be drawn anew to include us in Nimblewill. And I carry the shovel and pick more as if they were bright weapons that I bore. A bird's cry breaks in two and into three parts. We cross the creek, the cry shifts into another, nearer bird, and is like the shout of a shadow lived with, appallingly close, or the soul pronouncing Nimblewill. Three tones, your being changes. We climb the bank, a faint light glows on my brother's mouth. I listen as two birds fight for a single voice, but he must be hearing the grave in pieces, all singing to his clamped head, for he smiles as if he rose from the dead within green Nimblewill and stood in his grandson's shape. No shot from the buried war shall kill me now, for the dead have waited here 100 years to create only the look on the face of my one brother, who stands among them offering a metal dish afloat in the trembling weeds with a long buried light on his lips at Nimblewill, and the dead out singing two birds. I choke the handle of the pick and fall to my knees to dig wherever he points, to bring up mess tin or bullet, to go underground still singing myself without a sound, like a man who renounces war, or one who shall lift up the past, not breathing Father at Nimblewill, but saying, fathers, fathers. Thanks.